Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another quick video. This one actually will be basically made for the purpose of Akali. I know many of you know that, I'm kind of, I guess, of all the champions, I'm most known to play Akali, I would say. So that's one of the champions that, since the new Masteries came out, she can be played a little bit differently in the sense, the main reason I'm making this video is just to show you guys how I'm getting both her passives procced this time with the new Masteries, because I'm sure some of you may be curious how you can get both procced, and there's many different ways. So I'm going to show you guys my rune setup right now quickly. So this changed a little bit from the previous way that I had it. So if you ever want to check it out and you play on US, my rune page for her is always page number 3. So this is how it is right now. So as you can see, I have 2 ability power quints, and I have 1 ability power one quint for HP. Now the runes that you see right now are the runes that I have just enough to proc the both passives, so just enough to give me that 20 AP and that 10 AD. So you can always switch this around. For example, if you don't want this extra HP, you can always remove this and just put another quint of AP if you want, for that extra damage. Or for example here, as you can see, I have a couple of magic pen reds. I have 1, 2, I think I only have 2 magic pen reds. Yeah, I only have 2 magic pen reds here because I only need 7 flat AD reds to proc the passive with the new Masteries. So again, here you can also remove these if you want and make them all flat AD, and whatnot. For this, I have HP. You can always replace this with something else if you want, maybe like armor or something. This is always like optional. I just like HP. I like when I have a lot of HP at the level 1, makes the opponent kind of be a bit more cautious, to fight me when they see a lot of HP and stuff like that. And then for these ones right here, I have 1, 2. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 flat AP blues, and the rest are obviously 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 magic resist blues. So this is exactly what I have for my Akali page, and this gets both passives proc. And I'll show you guys a video right after I'm done talking about the runes and Masteries, just to show you guys it just barely procs both of them. So now the most important part, the Masteries. You guys are probably really wondering, what exactly do you do for Akali for Masteries now to make both of them work? So keep in mind that the Masteries I'm running on her are ones that accompany my runes. So I mean, you can run these Masteries. These are the Masteries right here. So you can run them, and you can run them with my runes, and you can also change my runes around. Like I mentioned, you can remove some of the defensive runes I have and put more offensive, but you can't remove the offensive runes that I have currently, because if you remove any of the offense runes I have currently, and you try replacing them with more defense, it's not going to work because you won't have both passives at level 1. So so personally, I like having both passives at level 1. I know like people like Westrice who have rune pages and whatnot that make you get the second passive at level 2 instead. I just like having both at level 1. That's my thing. I mean, you can go either way really. So here's how I have the Mastery. So I have 1 point in here for Summoner's Wrath, of course, because I usually go Flash Exhaust, or sometimes maybe even Ghost Exhaust. Usually it's Flash though. Oh, sorry, Ignite. So this is usually I get for the Ignite and maybe Ghost. This, of course, you need for the +3 attack damage, and this gives you +4 ability power. This is pretty important. You definitely want these. I skipped this because you don't really need armor pen on her, nor do you need any attack speed or critical strike chance or damage. So these you can easily skip. You don't need that. I put 4 in cooldown reduction just so I can get the magic pen, which is really good. And I get this 1.5% havoc or extra damage that you deal. So this is really good for assassin people, I think, because you have a lot of different skills that do a lot of different burst damage, and this just stacks up. So you might not think 1.5% is a lot, but I mean 1.5% auto attack here, 1.5 auto or 1.5% like skill damage here and there. I mean you're gonna be using it a lot, and eventually it'll stack up, and it'll give you a pretty nice bonus damage when you count in all the skills you'll use throughout the game. So it's pretty nice to have for assassins, I think, or just any bursty people. So I skipped this also, lifesteal, and armor pen. I mean armor pen you don't really need on her. She is more magic based, and lifesteal you don't really need it, because I mean you can always remove this if you want and get the 3 lifesteal here instead. Your choice. Personally, I just prefer having the extra energy now that you can have it. I mean, I think it's pretty cool having what is it, like 210 energy at level 1 now instead. I like it. It's pretty cool, useful. Why not? But again, you can always remove this and put this in here instead for that extra life leech if you want. It's not a bad choice really. So then obviously I get 4 out of 4 in blast for that extra ability power also. And I'm sure if you calculate it, there's also ways you can probably just switch my runes around and make it kind of like Westrice, where you have both passes at level 2 instead of level 1, just to taking this into account though of how much ability power it'll give you at level 2 and stuff like that. Then you have this, which gives you 5% ability power, which is always really good on Akali, I think, and any other kind of caster person. And of course, Executioner, which is like the best skill for assassin type characters, I believe, because you just deal crazy damage to them when you're basically executioning them, or yeah. Okay, and then in utility, I put 5 points. I put one in here for the flash reduction cooldown. Put one here just just for the hell of it, because I needed one extra point, so I just decided to put it in there. It's better than any of these, in my opinion, for 1 point. And then I put 3 out of 3 for that extra 10 energy, just because I want to try it out. Again, you can replace this and put it here if you wish. Alright guys, so that's the masteries I use for Akali. And now I'll show you a quick gameplay of me starting at level 1 with her, and showing you guys that this does indeed proc both passives. Alright guys, what's up? So this is the in-game. As you can see, I have both passives right there. Easy, easy, easy. So 21 AP and exactly 10 AD. One thing I think I might be able to do, actually, if you want, in my master or my runes, you can switch one of the blues that gives you a flat AP, and you can maybe remove one of them and put another magic resist one in there, and I'm pretty sure that'll give you 20. But it's not a huge deal. It won't make a huge difference and whatnot. So that's it. So that's basically how I have my runes and masteries and all that for Akali, just in case you guys were wondering how to do this for Akali of the new masteries. Hope you guys learned something, hope it helped you, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace.